The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has advocated the establishment of a legal framework that recognizes and respects human rights in the country. The group also tasked the federal government to review laws like the Official Secrets Act, Criminal Code Act and Cyber Crime Act for potential restrictions on free speech and press and amend them in line with international human rights standards and agreement, including the Declaration for the Development of Free, Independent and Pluralistic Press. Our correspondent Comfort Samuel has details.
Nigeria's journey with civic space legislation has undergone significant evolution over the years, transitioning from the struggles against military rule to the current democratic era. However, there has been widespread criticism of government policies that are perceived as constraints to human freedom, enabling harassment of journalists, detention and arrest, among others. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability organized this forum to discuss the issue and chart a way forward. Speakers here say the civil space is sacrosanct in promoting democracy and good governance.
There is a strong correlation between freedom of expression and the freedom from illegitimacy. As I mentioned earlier, I'm happy that someone in the room said, he was part of the protest to oust military government in Nigeria. So at that time, and it continues to be so, the freedom of expression is an opportunity for us to speak against illegitimacy in any form.
To at all times be free to uphold the responsibility and accountability of the government to the people. In this regard, the civic space has provided the impetus for CSOs and journalists to entrench democratic ideals and promote accountability and improve standard of living and social inclusion in the country.
In his keynote address, the chairman of the House Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Akin Rotimi, says civil society could be improved in many ways like inclusivity and diversity in broader society.
In advocating for societal change, civil society organizations must actively identify and cultivate allies within the realms of public service. Building alliances with public servants who share similar goals and values can significantly enhance the effectiveness and impact of CSOs. These alliances can provide CSOs with valuable insights, access to decision-making processes, and opportunities to collaborate on mutually beneficial initiatives. By fostering strong relationships with public servants, CSOs can amplify their voices, influence policy decisions, and drive positive change in society.
One of the speakers and senior advocate of Nigeria, Fumi Falana, says democracy also entails the right of the people to determine how they are to be governed as provided by the law.
Now, before then, SERAP, this organization, had dragged the federal government to ECOWAS court over the validity of section 42 of the 24 of the cyber crime. So what we discover is that we cannot go to Nigerian courts because they are intimidated. So we go to ECOWAS court and we get this judgment. Armed with this judgment, we come back to celebrate it. But unfortunately, they don't obey. But the fact still remains that we have organizations like SERAP that still go out there to campaign and to engage in a public interest litigation. And so this will be on record that people are still talking and people are still speaking. And I know that one day we will get there.
On his part, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, who was represented by Simon Shingu, says the promotion and protection of civic space are regarded as a special prerequisite for increasing growth, good governance, rule of law, and sustainable development. Comfort Samuel, TV 360 News, Lagos.